Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a cheesy enchilada omelet, and you can't have a cheesy enchilada omelet without some house potatoes, which I'm going to show you how to season to perfection. Let's start by prepping our potatoes. You're going to need to bring a pot of water to a boil. You're also going to need to set a bowl aside with water. You want to peel 2 to 3 large potatoes. Take your potato and you're going to slice off the edges. And depending on the potato, you might be able to cut them in 4s or even 3s. It's really going to be up to you and the size of house potatoes that you want. I like to have a little bit of a variety. Sometimes I do 3 and sometimes I do 4. Now for the ends, this is what I like to do. You'll notice that sometimes the ends are not the same size. So if it's a little bit larger, I'll cut it in 4. And then if it's a little bit smaller, then I'll just cut it in half. Now that we prepped and sliced our potatoes, you're going to add them to your boiling water. You're going to continue to cook your potatoes for about 12 minutes. Careful not to scrape your pans when you're doing this, but you want to take your fork, you want to press on your potato, and if it goes through, that means your potatoes are ready. Now let's go ahead and strain our potatoes. And I'm going to show you some tips, steam your face. No, I'm just kidding. My tip to you is going to be pre-cook your potatoes. When you pre-cook your potatoes and you refrigerate your potatoes, it's going to allow you to crisp them up a little bit better than you would if they're nice and hot and then you sear them and cook them that way. So I have some pre-cooked potatoes here. I'm going to place these in the refrigerator because you can't go wrong with having pre-cooked potatoes in your refrigerator when you like to cook at home. Now to prepare some delicious house potatoes, you're going to need to use a skillet so that they can come out nice and crispy. You want to heat up your skillet for a good 1.5 minutes on a high heat. And once you see a little bit of smoke coming out, you're going to place your burner on a medium heat and you're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use olive oil, avocado oil, whatever you're comfortable with. Then you're going to add your potatoes. Now for your seasonings, you're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1 heaping teaspoon of onion powder, a heaping teaspoon of garlic powder, a heaping teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of Mexican oregano. Make sure that they're fully coated with our seasoning. And you're going to continue to cook your potatoes for another 5 to 6 minutes. And now you can go ahead and mix your potatoes. You're going to see that they're starting to get crisp on that other side. Just beautiful. Once you give that a loving mix, you're going to add some butter. And once your butter melts, you're going to give it another mix. And go ahead and let your potatoes cook for another 5 to 6 minutes. And boom, done. Our potatoes are ready. They have a crisp on the outside and they're also soft on the inside, which is what you want for your house potatoes. When you're making this at home, you want to start by cooking your potatoes because that's what's going to take you a little bit longer, especially if you want perfect house potatoes. So now that our potatoes are set, we're going to get started on our enchilada sauce and then our omelet. Place your burner on a medium heat and add 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of oil. Allow your oil to warm up for about 30 seconds. You don't want it to get too hot. I think 30 seconds on a medium heat is perfect when you're making your enchilada sauce the way I'm about to show you. When I have to move quickly in the kitchen, I like to use Guajillo Chile powder for my enchiladas. I'll go ahead and link a recipe in the description area and also give you extra recommendations on how you can get a hold of some beautiful Guajillo Chile powder. Since I'm making a small portion today, you're going to use 3 tablespoons of Guajillo Chile powder. And you want to move quickly here because you do not want to burn this part. If you burn your Guajillo Chile powder while you're frying it, you're going to have to start all over. So it's pretty much when you start smelling the sweetness from the chili, it's almost ready. You have to be very careful that your oil is not too hot because you do not want to burn anything on this step. So go ahead and combine your chili into your hot oil and let that cook for about 30 seconds. You're probably wondering, Steph, what does it look like when it's burnt? I'm not going to show you, but I will tell you that it turns black. After about 30 seconds, you're going to add 1.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of chicken bouillon. Since our house potatoes have a lot of lovely seasonings, you want to keep your enchilada sauce super light on this occasion, so you don't need to add anything else. And we're just going to continue to cook for another 8 to 10 minutes. You'll see that the sauce starts to thicken up on its own, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a moment. Place your burner on a medium heat and drizzle a little bit of oil. Next, you're going to add your eggs. And I'm using 3 large eggs for this small pan. And to help our omelet cook, we're just gonna use our spatula and pull back. Place your burner on a medium-low and continue to cook for 45 seconds to a minute. You're gonna add your Mexican cheese blend and set yourself up to fold. Go ahead and turn your burner off. Place your lid over your omelet and allow that to continue to melt your cheese for a good 30 seconds. Our enchilada sauce is ready, our omelet is ready, our potatoes are ready. Let's serve. I'm gonna need somebody very special to say And just like that, you have a beautiful smothered omelet. And if you haven't tried one, I suggest you try with this recipe. And let me tell you, it's super easy that you can have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's one of those breakfasts that's allowed at any time of the day. And I love enchiladas. It's gonna get dangerous, so look away. I will have anything that's smothered in chile sauce. That is absolutely delicious. This is a breakfast fit for a queen. The house potatoes are perfect on their own, but once you take a bite out of your omelet and you dip your potato into the sauce, come back and leave me a comment. We're gonna be on the same page. As always, Cloud and I are wishing you the best. We absolutely adore you, and if you like this recipe, give us a big thumbs up, and on that one, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Adios!